Welcome to the Search Sports Podcast. I am your host, Riley Donahue, and I'm here with my co-host, Colton Nuffman. Say hi, Colton.
Hey, Riley. What's up?
You're so stupid. Okay, so what we're going to do on the podcast, basically, is we're going to be, just talking about the NFL, sometimes we'll be talking about the NBA, we're going to be talking about, different, sports and stuff, It's basically the whole point of a sports podcast, but, it's just whatever, All right, so
Yeah.
we're first going to talk about the coaching situations for all of the teams, that need a coach. Except, the Packers signed Matt LaFleur to a 4-year contract, 5th-year option or team option. So, Colton, what do you think of this?
I mean, I don't know why they fired Mike McCarthy. I mean, yeah, it was a rough season, but you just hire some pieces to get your offense and defensive better. I mean, Aaron Rodgers really only had a target with Vontae Adams.
Well,
The situation isn't the best.
I mean, there was a lot of injuries on that team. Like, Randall Cobb couldn't stay healthy. Geronimo Allison got out with,
true.
he got like a abdominal tear or something. He had to get surgery on that. But, yeah, I mean, they have Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams, two solid running backs.
They have two reliable running backs, but
Yeah,
Rams, Gurley.
that was that was super laggy.
They have a premier back that they can buy on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they got we just I don't know if Jimmy Graham's the best option for the Packers. I mean,
I feel like they could definitely trade draft a better one.
Yeah, definitely. So
his time is past.
yeah, about the Mike McCarthy thing. Mike McCarthy is garbage. he just got stale. I think that's what happened.
He's had his day.
Yeah, he's had his days, but yeah,
What do you think about? Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah. So,
what do you think about Bruce Arians?
This is a toughie. Like the Bucks suck. They're garbage.
I feel like this could go. Yeah, this could go either way. It could make them better, but it obviously can make them worse.
Yeah, what's his name? He can make Jameis Winston one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, or he can make him, absolute trash.
Just that much trash. Yeah.
I think Jameis Winston's not the future of the franchise. I guess I don't know if they want to keep him for one more year. Or I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Honestly, he's kind of just an overrated coach.
Because
coach, whatever.
I've watched like 2 or 3 of their games.
Yeah.
When Winston started, and it's like some of the games he's like has a real future, and then some it's like why do they have him in?
Yeah, definitely. He's got potential, but I don't think he was selected 1 or 2 in the draft. He did not have that type of potential.
Yeah, it was not.
Yeah,
he probably should have gone mid to late 1, if anything.
That draft was kind of stacked to begin with, just a little bit, but it's I don't know if they would have taken Winston if they knew what he would become, with all the off the field issues with, beating the Uber driver. Yeah. That's a struggle for him.
Yeah. Number 5 pick in the draft though. So that's high enough where
you could pick Dwayne Haskins.
Drafted Dwayne Haskins or what's that guy that he's the Duke's quarterback? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Duke's quarterback. Drew Lock from.
Hold up, you cut out.
Really good.
Hold up. Say that again.
They have the pick. They could get Lock.
Yeah, Lock. Okay.
He's solid.
Yeah, he is. He's
Duke's quarterback. He's pretty good.
Yeah, your audio is just really laggy for some reason.
I guess
it's whatever. All right, so we have our playoff picks, and I'm not doing so bad. I know I'm 3-1.
I'm 3-1 too, I believe. Yeah, I am.
We're both 3-1. I chose the Seahawks because I thought Dallas would do terrible.
I chose the Seahawks too.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know that
yeah,
team.
it was a rough start.
Yeah,
I mean,
both those teams are so hot and cold. Like it's just crazy. I mean, the Seahawks are pretty hot going into the playoffs, but I mean, I don't know. They were
160 some odd rush yards a game.
Yeah, their rushing attack was awesome. I didn't expect
70 something, I think.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to be that good at rushing. I thought they were going to be a pass heavy team with Doug Baldwin.
Yeah.
Who they got Tyler Lockett.
I mean, you have some down threats. Tyler Lockett, Doug Baldwin.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, the Seahawks have three. Not that. Like, I mean, it's kind of going like what Green Bay has. They have three reliable running backs, but there's no standout running back. Which, I mean, it can benefit you, but it can also hurt you.
Yeah, definitely. That's also.
So yeah.
That's one of the things that the fact you need to.
I honestly.
What?
Yeah, I honestly see Chris Carson as the Seahawks. I guess back.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have the most rushing yards, so I guess that would. Yeah.
So we forgot to talk about the Cardinals situation. They don't have a coach. So.
I think I'm interested in Cliff Kingsbury, guy from Texas Tech.
Yeah, he worked with Pat Mahomes, right?
Red.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. So, I mean, that's obviously good for Josh Rosen if they can land him.
Yeah, honestly, Josh Rosen.
But I mean, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Josh Rosen, I think he just doesn't have the greatest team around him. He has David Johnson and Larry Fitzgerald.
But Larry Fitzgerald's old.
Yeah, he's old.
They have Christian Kirk.
Yeah, that's true.
But they just were horrible this year.
Yeah, it's just that whole surrounding team. It's just not very good. Rosen, Johnson, and Fitzgerald are good themselves, but they're not.
Yeah, it's just you can't win games with three people.
Yeah, that's hard to do. In this league where you have, Todd Gurley,
Ezekiel,
you have like Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, and Brandon Cooks, and all those other talented young receivers on the same team with a good offensive line.
Robert Woods and Woods and
what's that other one? Kupp. Yeah, Cooper Kupp.
That might be one of the best. I guess I can think of another one. Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
that's insane.
With those amazing offenses, you gotta either build a really good defense or a really good offense to compete with that.
It's kind of hard to find a balance nowadays.
Yeah, it's
because I mean you got guys like Patrick Mahomes coming out of college just absolutely lighting it up. He had like over 50 touchdowns.
Yeah, these quarterbacks are now becoming very good out of college.
The future of the NFL.
Yeah, they're becoming like Jared Goff. It's like his third year and he's he's putting up stats. Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz has been injured, but I still think he has potential to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
If Carson Wentz wasn't injured, yes, I believe he would be up there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, we talked about all the coaching situations mostly, except the Cleveland Browns, which since Josh McDaniels is going back to New England, I don't think that they're going to get anybody serious. I mean, Scott Fitzgerald.
Just the firing of Hugh Jackson helped them, though.
Yeah, that's true. They needed a new coach. Hugh Jackson's he's not even great. He's just trash.
He's below average. I mean, how long was he with the Browns? And it took him to win
3 games? Like what? 3 games or 2 games? That's insane.
I think it was only 2.
Yeah, he only won 2 games. Like that's unheard of. You know,
That's horrible. I don't even know how he didn't lose his job before that.
yeah, the 2015 Browns were way worse than the 2016 Browns were way worse. 2015, 2016 Browns were way worse than this year's Browns, or no, last year's Browns. You know, the team that won one game was way worse than the team that won 0 games. It's just that Hugh
I
Jackson,
know. It's like
yeah, they got lucky with that kick because Drew Kaiser just missed that kick and they won the game.
yeah,
They got really
that's.
lucky.
But I
That's
mean, just what Baker Mayfield's done with them. That's just insane.
yeah, Baker Mayfield. Oh my God, this
Is that enough? I know he didn't, start the whole season. He played the majority of it, but is that enough for him to win Rookie of the Year, like over
hmm,
Saquon Barkley,
no Saquon Barkley just put up
Darius Leonard?
Darius Leonard. He's super underrated. I'm surprised
Darius
he didn't
Leonard
make the
should
Pro
have
Bowl.
been Pro Bowl.
Yeah, he didn't even make the Pro Bowl. I'm like, are you serious?
I know
That was so
that's
stupid.
insane.
Yeah, and
These some odd tackles or something crazy like that.
yeah, he led the NFL in tackles, and he didn't even make the Pro Bowl. That's unheard of. It's crazy.
I know
Yeah, it's so stupid. Anyways, uh,
it's insane.
yeah, Baker Mayfield.
He had like five.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield, literally, I think could be one of the best. It's like he could be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL with the right coach. You know,
Yes.
like any other
Yeah.
player, like look at Jared Goff for example. You know, he had
Any player with the right coaching
yeah he had the
be the
king
best.
he had the king of mediocre in Jeff Fisher, Mr. 7-9, and he was not very good.
7-9. And then Sean McVay out here just absolutely crushing everybody.
Yeah, he was literally just killing it. You know, he's a young offensive mind that that just brought something new to the team, and that was perfect. That was perfect. So yeah, also Lamar Jackson, I kind of underrated for Rookie of
Lamar
the Year.
Jackson's yes.
Yeah, he
I
just
mean, he also didn't start until way later than Baker started.
yeah he's
So I think he played enough.
hmm,
If I feel like if he would have started, maybe
yeah
he would definitely be in considerations if he would have kept the numbers that he did up. Because I mean,
hmm,
I can't what Baltimore's record was when he took over, but he took them to the playoffs.
yeah he really led that team. It was like Nick Foles taking over for the Eagles. They just
Yeah,
took
but
him
I
to
mean, with Alex Collins out, they
yeah
didn't have. So I mean, he also created their running game
yeah
for.
he was their passing game and he was their running game. Like he was
I mean,
he was very good. He like led didn't what did
he
he
had
do?
like the most rushing attempts in yards or something like that.
Yeah, for like a rookie. I mean, as a rookie quarterback,
Yeah,
and he
and
started like
he didn't even play like a full season.
yeah, that's just crazy. Like he has potential. He could be a very good quarterback, or he can be a mediocre quarterback. It just
Yeah,
depends.
like that's another thing. Like you see quarterbacks out of college,
Hmm.
they will threaten college. Like the starting entry talent isn't
Hmm.
that high. So I mean, you have a guy like Lamar Jackson. Like I'm not hating on him or anything. But, like they have the speed that he does and have a good enough arm to
Hmm.
make the threat. Like you see those guys get in the NFL and they just like they have like one or two good seasons, but then they just out of nowhere. Like Vince Young,
Yeah, that's
like
what I was
he
thinking
was
of.
insane in college, and then he played like I don't know how many seasons for the Titans, but
He played.
haven't heard anything out of him
He played very
after
good.
that.
He played very good for the Titans for one season. That was his rookie season, and
Yeah, and then he
then
just dipped.
yeah, he dropped off. He did terrible. You know,
Like the
uh,
national championship game was absolutely crazy that Texas
dude.
played in. It's USC.
Yeah, I've been like watching those games back. Good lord, that was crazy. He's got
That was crazy.
he. I don't know what happened to him. I guess it's just he just wasn't meant for the NFL at the time. Because I mean,
Yeah,
Michael Vick was around, but he
his
was
style was something else.
yeah
Honestly,
yeah. Michael Vick is literally one of the best. Honestly. Okay, so let's move on to the playoffs. Let's talk about the playoffs. So I'm 3-1. Colton's 3-1. We all have this. We both have the same picks, basically going
we
to.
have the same picks until the
Yeah,
The
divisional.
AFC and NFC championship.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So let's just go through who I have. So I, I, who did I pick? So I picked the Eagles. The who else? I picked the Eagles, the Chargers, and then I picked the yeah, that was about it. Wait, hold up. Then I picked Seattle, but that didn't work out too well. So yeah, and then next round I have the Eagles beating the Saints, and you do too. that's
I do.
that's a one big
It's
upset.
Nick Foles. Nick Foles is his playoff record is 4-1 now.
Yeah,
I think
he is. I don't know what like
That's
he wasn't very good in the regular season, like at the beginning, but then Carson Wentz came in. But then
Carson, yes.
Yeah, Carson, I feel could
I mean,
easily lead
you
this
take
team.
an Eagles team who doesn't have their starting quarterback, put them in Chicago,
Yeah,
with the best defense in the NFL,
yeah,
and he just like, oh my goodness, that's
yeah. That's just
Nick Foles. It's just insane.
it's scary. Like he's so good. He's so good, and
Yes.
it's just really weird.
You see, but like he didn't leave the Eagles to get a starting job, and I honestly feel like
Mm-hmm. I think that really
Like-
resonated with the team.
yeah.
Touch.
But I mean, there's other teams that are, in need of a quarterback. The Broncos for one. I mean, Case Keenum was good when he had his time in Minnesota, but I don't think he's meant for
Mm-hmm.
yet. Like he can still develop a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, Tampa Bay also needs a quarterback. Nick Foles. I feel like he would with the deep threats that Tampa Bay has.
Yeah, him, Deshaun Jackson, Mike. What's his name? Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Yeah, OJ Howard. Nice
Yes.
voice crack.
Like on paper, those guys are good.
That would be a crazy offense. Yeah, that's another reason why I don't think.
I mean, Washington's
another reason
Washington's another team that could possibly need a quarterback. I mean, they had Alex Smith. Who was wasn't their backup Mark Sanchez?
Yeah, no, it was Colt McCoy. Yeah, it was Colt
Oh,
McCoy.
and it was Mark Sanchez,
Yeah,
right?
because that team is full of broken legs.
Yeah. They had way more depth than just that.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Mark Sanchez, the butt fumble. No.
Mark Sanchez is not NFL. No, no. Don't even go there.
Yeah, he is not the butt fumble. He's just not very good. He's kind of overrated. Okay,
I feel like Cincinnati could use a quarterback too, to be completely honest.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know about Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton's getting kind of old. I haven't heard that much out of him. Like, a couple years ago when the Bengals were like, I don't know, they went undefeated for semi deep into this season.
Yeah, they were.
It's like Andy Dalton, this and that, and then he just once again dipped.
I mean,
Never heard anything out of him.
he got injured. He's always had injury problems. That's one thing. He's always had injury problems. He broke his thumb this season, and he didn't get hurt in that playoff run or something. I can't remember, but he's always injury prone.
He did.
Yeah, he's always injury prone. And that would be a nice team. That's a team that could draft a quarterback, in my opinion, because AJ McCarron's gone. He's in Buffalo, but he got hurt.
AJ McCarron is not. Yes.
Yeah, he's gone. So who do you have? You could pick up the GOAT, Nathan Peterman.
Bengals have the 11th pick. Nathan Peterman.
The man, the myth, the legend. No.
I don't know if he's.
He got put in way too early. He was
He
like
did.
yeah,
He needs to develop.
Yeah, if he could have developed more, he probably would have been, solid. He probably would have been like a solid QB. He could have been like a Case Keenum. Also, the Vikings, I don't know what's going on. That's just a weird team.
Oh my
They
God,
didn't they, didn't- they didn't have like any.
Kirk Cousins
They had
is
yeah they had like injuries, but they weren't major
he
injuries.
choked down the stretch.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
the $84 million
it's
man.
beings like
Yeah, it's just
make his team with the top. Like I don't know what it was. It was like six, maybe. Like the top six paid NFL quarterbacks didn't make the playoffs.
yeah. I mean, you can't really blame Rodgers for having a team that had you know
Yeah,
ha-
his team was in
ha-
left and right.
yeah, like half the team was out. Half the team, like literally half the team was out with injuries.
But yeah,
Um,
yeah, I know where you're coming from.
who like Matt Ryan? You can't. He has a terrible
Matt Ryan
defense.
just like I don't know how you go from being so good to that. I mean, I don't even know if they lost anybody. They lost their fullback Patrick DeMarco quite a while ago, so that's not obviously not it. And they got
Yeah,
Calvin Ridley, that
yeah. He
wide receiver from Alabama, who's insane in college.
yeah
So, I mean, you pair that guy with Julio Jones, and you really and Mohamed Sanu. I mean, I'd say that's easily top 10 receiving
yeah,
trio.
he's clearly one of the he clearly has one of the best offenses in the NFL, and
Yes,
he always put up numbers.
like that's just line with threats.
Yeah, he always put up numbers. It was just terrible defense in my opinion.
Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman.
Yeah,
That's another really good.
those guys too.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just,
obviously they're a receiving trio, and then their offensive line is just star-studded.
yeah. They have an amazing offensive line. It's just the whole defense. Keanu Neal, they have DeCarson McKinley. They have a few good players, but they don't have a full
Defense is solid.
team. Yeah, and that defense is solid.
Have some secondary issues this year.
Yeah,
They did, I believe, Desmond Trufant
yeah.
hurt his leg or something earlier in the season.
Yeah, he was
I mean, there's one of their back seven gone.
yeah, it's just
I've heard all of the Falcons' names, right? I mean,
yeah,
all the defense, they got some solid players back there.
yeah, they do. Okay, so let's move on to our picks now, since we got past that. So we got.
We did our picks, didn't we?
No, we didn't. We didn't say who we got for this round. So for the divisional round, I have the Eagles going. We both have like the same like picks. So we have the
Yeah,
Eagles
Nick Foles
going.
is hot. I mean, you do go. They are going into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going in there, but I mean,
and that's gonna be a tough game. But I mean, if they do what they did against the Bears, I don't think it should be a problem.
yeah, it should not be a problem at all. Like that.
Yeah.
It's just they rallied around him and they're hot. That's all you can say about it.
Yes.
That's all you can say. Like
Another piece that the Eagles could need is a running back. I mean,
Yeah.
Jai,
Jay
he
Ajayi.
was their go-to guy. I mean, he's a power speed back, and he just tore his ACL. So I
Yeah.
mean, then they had Corey Clement, I believe, and
Mhm.
he went on injured reserve. So they had like Josh Adams and a guy I can't remember his name.
Yeah. I know who you're thinking about.
Josh Adams and Wendell Smoke.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like they could, if he's still available, late the Josh Jacobs from Alabama.
Yeah. There's a lot of good.
He's
There's a lot of good underrated running backs in this draft. That
it is honestly.
it's stacked. Like this draft is probably going to be pretty good.
This draft is insane. Yes.
Yeah, there's like a lot of good special guys, and there's a lot of good defensive guys. There's something all around. So the reason why I haven't picked the Saints, because they're a very hit or miss team, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like depend. Yeah,
it's
they're temperamental. I guess you could say. I don't know if that's the right word, but like if they will just absolutely go out and smash a team.
mm-hmm.
If you force them to go 3-0,
Yeah.
then that'll frustrate Drew Brees and that all.
Yeah,
They might, they might drop if they're lucky.
Yeah, it's tough to frustrate Drew Brees, but I think the Eagles can do it. They have they have a very veteran defense that has been through a lot. They won a Super Bowl, Like that's
They did.
all. That's all you need. You know, you just need experience on
Saints.
that team. Saints haven't won a Super Bowl since what, 2008? Yeah,
I
it's
think it was 2009.
yeah, 2009, 2008. Yeah, I can't remember, but that's a long time ago, and I don't see Drew Brees, you know, beating Nick Foles or beating this Eagles team at the state that the Saints are in. You know, they're a good team. They're a good, regular season team, but I don't think that'll translate into the playoffs. It's going to be a close matchup, but it's going to be
It has shootout potential
yeah, it does. It does. Okay, so
in very high-powered offenses.
yeah, next game.
But, I mean, I feel like the Saints have an edge on defense
Yeah, that's true. They do. Yeah.
with Eli Apple. You know,
Yeah. Okay, so next game is the
and Jordan
Yeah.
up front.
Next game is Cowboys
Rams.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a two solid QBs and two solid running backs.
Yes,
And each team has one.
that's gonna be another offensive game.
Yeah, each team has one big receiver and a solid slot receiver. These offenses are. This is gonna be a good game. Like, I don't know. Yeah, just the defenses of the Cowboys and the Rams are both iffy, but the Cowboys have a very good defense, very underrated.
The Cowboys definitely have the edge. The Cowboys definitely have the edge on defense here. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith,
Yeah.
like that linebacking core.
Who's that
And then
DN?
against Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley is the best running back in the NFL. There's no question about that. And, I mean,
Yeah.
the Rams' O-line hasn't been the best all season.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's still done what he's done. I mean, he sat out a couple games because of that knee injury. If he is at 100%, I think there is no question about
Mm-hmm.
Todd Gurley running the tables
Yeah.
on the Cowboys.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they have this team is like the best offensive team in my opinion all around. Like this team all around is the best offensive team because they have almost everything. Like the Saints, but the Saints, it's just a different story in my opinion. They just don't have the, drive. They don't have the experience yet with Mark Ingram's there, and Drew Brees. That's all you got. You don't have
Those two guys are getting old.
Michael Thomas has been in the league for what, 3 years, 2 years, and then who else? They got? They got Alvin Kamara, who's the second year, and he's
His second or third. Yeah, I think it's the second actually.
yeah, he's a solid running back, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that Rams team is just so inconsistent, even though that they went.
Aaron Donald up front.
Yeah, Aaron Donald on the Rams.
Like
That's kind of the deciding factor in my opinion.
Honestly, because Ezekiel Elliott can get stuff going outside, but he's more of a power back.
Yeah.
To be completely honest,
Who's that?
he's not afraid to lower his shoulder.
Yeah, who's that? DN that the Cowboys have.
Oh, Dexter Lawrence, maybe?
Something
No,
Lawrence.
that's Clemson's defensive tackle. Something Lawrence.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he's crazy. He's very
insane.
good. He's very good. He's one of the top free agents this summer. He could be a deciding factor, in that game. So yeah, we have the Rams winning, only because I just think this Rams offense is too much for
Yes.
for the Cowboys. The Cowboys beat the
Most exciting part of the game. Rams on offense, Cowboys on defense.
yeah the Rams beat the Cowboys beat the Saints, but the difference there is the Saints didn't have the best running back in the NFL. That's literally the deciding factor in that matchup.
Kamara has to be a top 5 running back.
Yeah, but they didn't have the best running back. They didn't have an MVP caliber running back.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's kind of the deciding factor in my opinion in this matchup.
Yeah. What are we thinking about the Chiefs-Colts matchup, though? Because
Chiefs.
Andrew Luck is just red hot.
That whole team is red hot.
The Texans had exactly, but it's Andrew Luck.
Yeah,
He's comeback player of the year in my opinion.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely,
the
definitely.
shoulder surgery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
just what he's done with the Colts.
after a
Because
1-5
they don't
start.
really have young talent, I guess.
Yeah,
And
after
then they made the playoffs. That was just insane.
after a 1-5 start, they win their next like what 9 games or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I can't count. So it's just that's crazy. That's unheard of.
exactly.
That's just that's awesome. Like because that team, it has the potential
It's their
to.
return to fame.
It just
They haven't exactly.
I
They
yeah
they need a running back too.
I saw this YouTuber who said
Along with Seahawks,
yeah
Eagles, Packers. I mean, they have Naheem Hines and Marlon Mack. I feel like they could definitely do better than that.
I saw
Reliable down the stretch, but you could definitely get somebody better.
I saw a YouTuber say that either a team that's red hot burns everything in their path, or they burn themselves out. You know, that's just it's kind of a true statement with the Colts. They're so good right now. They are so good, but it's just can they stay that way, or are they just gonna burn out? I think they'll keep going to like the AFC Championship. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts end up pulling it out against the Chiefs, but it is in Kansas City, and Patrick Mahomes is just on another level this year.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what he's done is absolutely crazy. He's had obviously an insane receiving core.
Yeah, he got
with
put in
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, he got put in one of the best situations with Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt, not anymore, but the best kicker in the NFL, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I mean, dropping 50 plus touchdowns in a season. If he can keep that up, that is.
Yeah, they kind of struggle with Kareem Hunt, and that's a huge thing when you lose a star player. You just lose him, and you're not gonna come back after that. In my opinion, it's hard to do that.
It's hard, exactly. But I mean,
it's just
there's nothing else to say about that except for
I think the Colts like very slightly have the upper hand, just because the Chiefs are kind of like sputtering, but the Colts are red hot. That's just what it's.
Yes.
The Colts remind me of the Packers.
The Chiefs defense is not.
The Colts remind me of the Packers in 2016.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah, just they're red hot, but that can only take you so far, and then you're gonna face a team that kills you. But I think they're just red hot. That's all you can say about say about it. Yeah, that's just they're just super good right now. So yeah, the Chiefs defense, like you said.
So it's not the best, but it's
Yeah, it could be better.
It could be better.
Yeah, it's literally mediocre. It's just weird. Like honestly, that team could be so much better. Mm-hmm. But injuries and losing a lot of older players, because of retirement, kind of hurt them. Even though they're 12-4, it hurt them. Yeah.
I mean, seeing what Eric Berry returning this year, that was just amazing. But he's slowly getting to the decline of his career.
Yeah, definitely. And the Colts defense is hot also with Darius Leonard. They're just hot. They're hot right now. I can just say nothing more than that. They're like the Eagles. They're just red hot. And that's just
Darius Leonard can be one of the NFL.
Yeah. So next we got the Chargers and the Patriots. This is the matchup I'm gonna watch. I just think that they'll be super good. This game is just gonna be really good. That's it.
Yes, Phillip Rivers is one. I feel like Phillip Rivers should be Hall of Fame. I've seen and heard controversy because he hasn't won a Super Bowl. So I feel like he's going to be that much more motivated in this game. Take down a very good Patriots team.
Yeah, he whenever Philip Rivers is mad, he usually kills everything in his path. And that's most of the time.
Yeah,
but he has, one of the best teams around him currently. He has one of the best defenses currently, and he has Keenan Allen, he has Mike Williams.
Tyrell Williams.
Yeah. He's got, Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler. He's got these solid running backs that can just surround him and help him, move the ball with an offensive line that's very good.
Melvin Gordon can be questionable though, because his sprained knee.
Yeah.
I forget when he sprained that. It was like later in the season, but that's.
Yeah.
He got taken out of the game.
Yeah, that's true. But
Sunday Ravens.
Yeah.
I feel if he can return to 100%, that's just.
Yeah.
Another weapon on a very good Chargers offense.
Yeah. So the Patriots, this is a weird team because I think that
the Patriots never have a name player.
Yeah, except Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. That's the only standout name.
Maybe James
that
White.
I can think of.
Julian Edelman.
Gronk.
Gronk, but Gronk is a walking crutch. He literally.
He's old.
Always injury prone. Then the defense.
With how big he is.
Yeah.
Defenders have nowhere else to tackle him but low.
Yeah, and that's where his injuries are. His injuries are his back and his knees. That's terrible. That's just. It's something that'll kill you. He's. He might retire after this season, or he might go one more season. And that's about it.
Something.
Yeah, but that's about it. I don't.
Real question is how much longer can Tom Brady play though?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Tom Brady, he's starting to fall off. We're starting to see that decline, that little decline that always happens with players that like John Elway, who are always good. Then they start to have that one bad season, then it just goes downhill. With the Patriots,
the Patriots need to draft. I guess they don't need to, but it would very greatly benefit them to draft a young quarterback like, a Drew Lock from Missouri. Dwayne Haskins, I do not think he will be available that late.
Yeah.
As I said, Drew Lock, Daniels from Duke. I can't remember his first name.
Yeah, last year though, they had the chance to draft Lamar Jackson. They had the chance because I was, messaging
to draft who?
Lamar Jackson. Yeah,
they did. Yes, that was a just drop by them.
I
guess
I was talking
Lamar
to
Jackson.
Sorry. I was talking to Sonny, Sonny, and he was really pissed off because they were taking Lamar Jackson. And I'm like, yeah, man, I don't blame you. They need to make sure that they have the future before Brady's
Brady falls off and they don't have anybody.
Yeah,
the solid quarterbacks like you see Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, they
minus his torn ACL.
Yeah, he went 6-0 with that team. So
no, but they could have. Yes, and that.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo might just be the future of the NFL. Yeah. Because he's a very good quarterback.
Yeah. They had Jacoby Brissett, who was very good last season, surprisingly, with the Colts. But the Colts, just didn't have the team.
Jacoby Brissett is a sleeper, I believe.
Yeah, he just needs to get his accuracy down and his awareness, of where he is in the pocket. He just needs to get that back up. He just needs to work up, and I think he can go to maybe the Denver Broncos is always an option. Like you said earlier, those teams that need quarterback help. That's a major thing.
It is.
Like, just I hate when teams ignore the quarterback problem that they
Gave
have.
up on quarterback.
Yeah, they ignore the quarterback, and that's a huge position.
Like the Patriots have.
The Patriots and they have Tom Brady. I don't blame them for not taking him, but the the Jaguars, they have ignored Blake Bortles being terrible for years.
Yes, the Jaguars. The quarterbacks that I'm thinking of right now that could possibly fill this team's needs: Dwayne Haskins, Drew Lock, Daniel Jones from Duke, Will Grier from West Virginia, and Ryan Finley from North NC State.
There's a couple sleeper quarterbacks that they could take. They could take the early quarterback, or they could take they could take an offensive lineman or a wide receiver early to really boost that offense. I think it was a mistake letting Allen Hurns go, or not Allen Hurns, Allen Robinson, Robinson, letting him go.
I think it was Allen Hurns. Went to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
right.
And Robinson left to the Bears. It was a mistake.
Yeah, Robinson was to the Bears. Hurns was to the Cowboys.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
I mean, like you've seen what Allen Robinson.
Yeah, it was just
Allen Robinson has done with the Bears. Like, there was a game that I watched. Like, he had like 4 receptions.
Mm-hmm.
4 receptions for like over 100 yards and like a touchdown or 2.
Yeah.
Like, that's just insane.
Yeah.
It's like you just give up a player of that caliber.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just so strange to see, those teams just give up on, they're like, well, we have this quarterback right now that's pretty good, but we have this really scary defense. That's what I see with what other teams, the Broncos, again, a mediocre team.
Yes.
It worked last season.
The defense isn't that bad, though. I mean, you got Von Miller as a center point.
Yeah, but they're looking to trade Von Miller. Did you see that? They're looking to trade the guy.
Really?
I'm like, are you serious?
I don't know if that's a good idea at all. Does he want out, or is it just them?
It's them. They said they're open to trading him, and I'm like, are you serious? You don't trade that guy.
Who would they take for him? They don't. If they gave up Von Miller, their defense would be prone to getting absolutely tore up by.
Yeah. It's basically
everything.
The Khalil Mack situation. What would you trade for that guy? Everything, basically.
That's a whole defense right there. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know if the Raiders were right.
They have Chris Harris Jr. and who's that other one? Can't remember his name. But they have like 2 cornerbacks. They have like a couple middle linebackers.
Sorry.
It's just their team.
Team we're talking about?
The Broncos. They got Shane Ray.
Broncos, yeah. I mean, like when they won the Super Bowl years back. I mean, their defense was just Aqib Talib, Von Miller.
Yeah.
I still believe DeMarcus Ware played then.
Yeah.
I mean, he was old.
Yeah.
This was crazy.
The thing is, with a mediocre quarterback like Peyton Manning that season, you need to have the best defense in the NFL. And that's what they did. They had the best defense in the NFL.
I mean, Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Peyton Manning just struggled that season. That's about it. That's all you can say. But, because he was old and he just didn't have the same, fire that he did. But, the Jaguars, they're ignoring the problem and they're saying, well, we have this young quarterback that has some promise, and we have this defense that just shut down the season. It completely shut down. It just shut down the season, and it didn't do as well. So I don't think you can ignore the issue of quarterback anymore. You have the opportunity. Don't mess it up. That's all you got. Just that's my message to the Jaguars. You have the opportunity to draft a good quarterback. Don't mess it up. Yeah.
If you were the Jaguars, would you draft?
I really like Dwayne Haskins. You could take the guy from Kentucky. You could take the guy from West Virginia. You could take. There's a bunch of quarterbacks, but yeah, they need a mobile quarterback, in my opinion. If they're gonna have, they have Leonard
Jaguars
Fournette.
do?
Yeah, they can run the read option with Leonard Fournette. that'd be scary. I'd be terrified to play them. Like Leonard Fournette, he's good, but you're not giving him, the best team, the best offensive line around him to, go, run the ball. Basically, that's basically it. You got to build a team around him, and yeah, that's just all you got to do. So, yeah. Oh shit, my internet went out. Sorry, my internet went out. So, back. Hopefully it doesn't go out again. So we were talking about Leonard Fournette.
I believe we were talking about Leonard Fournette, yeah.
Dude, you're fucking...
Like Leonard Fournette,
Okay. Yeah, Leonard...
like Cody Kessler and Blake Bortles are not the best quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Jacksonville needs to draft a quarterback.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't think he's their future.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you get a scrambler, with Leonard Fournette, you can obviously run the, option, zone read.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
Yeah.
But, with the conflict with Leonard Fournette and, TJ Yeldon in the front office, with them sitting on the bench at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if Leonard Fournette will be on the Jaguars next year, which would be kind of insane to see because Leonard Fournette is a free agent. Like,
yeah, but he probably...
We're talking about teams that could use a running back like that.
But I mean,
it could be, anywhere he could end up.
I think they have rights on him, so they're probably going to bring him back. I don't think they're going to let him go.
I mean, they could, just buy it out and then he could be a free agent. I mean,
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That team is just a shitstorm. It's bad. It's really bad. But
I mean, Jalen Ramsey's just being a loudmouth. Like, I respect some of his game, but
yeah, he's just
get rid of TJ Yeldon and or Leonard Fournette. This running back draft is not solid running back draft. You got Miles Sanders from Penn State, Josh Jacobs, like I mentioned earlier, from Alabama, Bryce Love from Stanford.
Who's that Kentucky running back that you like?
Snell. Oh my God, Benny Snell is going to be a draft steal. he reminds me of Ezekiel Elliott, but like tank.
Yeah.
Like I watched the Citrus Bowl when they played Penn State, and just watching him run the ball, he's so fast for his size.
Yeah, I've seen him play. I've seen some of his highlights, and he's scary. He's pretty good. Yeah.
Watch him in the NFL, honestly.
So, I think that's it. I don't think we have anything else to talk about.
Not really. Just wait and see how the games play out.
Yeah. So, we pretty much have the same people going. We have the Eagles and the Rams in the NFC Championship. Then we have the Chargers and
I have the Chiefs,
Colts.
And you have the Colts winning though.
Oh, okay, so you have the Chargers and Chiefs.
So that's gonna be the decider, I think. That's gonna be a huge part of it though.
Yeah. So then I have the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. It's gonna be Eagles, Chargers, and Super Bowl.
Eagles, Chargers. I got I'm still. It's a toss up. I might change my AFC Championship matchup.
Yeah. It might actually
be just that cheap.
It might be Colts Chargers. I mean, no, Colts Eagles in the championship. Like
that would be crazy.
And then
But I'm still
Super
trying
Bowl.
to think. Because Chiefs Chargers, that's just a amazing. Like they played each other in the regular season game, and just that outcome. Last second 2-point conversion to Mike Williams with Keenan Allen out. That was just insane.
Awesome.
Because Phillip Rivers just went off at the end of that game.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's honestly a toss up. And then I honestly think the Rams have the NFC locked up.
Mm-hmm.
To be completely honest, because the Rams just offense is so much more potent than any other.
Yeah, I mean Todd Gurley.
Defense has.
Todd Gurley, he had his injury problems.
The last 2 weeks out, so he's at 100%.
Yeah,
yeah.
That
he was
I don't think he's that injured, in my opinion. He'll probably be.
Yeah,
a little bit injured,
they probably just saved him, just to be that much more
careful about
with
it.
him.
Because
hurt my fantasy team. I still won. So.
Yeah. You gave 20 points to the guy. He gave 20 points to the worst player. I mean, the player that was facing the really good guy.
Chiefs Rams Super Bowl. I'm calling it, Riley. Riley, Chiefs Rams Super Bowl. I'm calling it.
No. Chargers Eagles Super Bowl. I think so.
Oh my.
Hey, dude, don't doubt him.
I really want to see Rams Chiefs again. Rams Chiefs Part 2. That would be something.
That'd be so good. Rams Chiefs. Oh, dude, that'd be so scary. You know, that'd be really good. So yeah. So that's
their first meeting. It was just a absolute shootout. 54-51.
It's probably one of the best regular season games of all time. No doubt, in my opinion.
I want to see that again. I want to see that.
That'd be
Super Bowl.
That'd be fun.
That'd
be fun. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Well,
got nothing else to talk about. We talked about almost everything from the playoffs and the coaching situations in the NFL. So yeah, that's about it, guys. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get a schedule going. That's gonna be difficult, but you know.
Yeah. Once every week, maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna upload on our Instagram. Go check it out. It's just the Surge Sports Podcast, and then I'll be updating whenever we upload. I'll update that, and yeah. So go check that out.
Just try it. We'll try to be as active as possible.
Yeah.
School.
Yeah, because we got school, and we're gonna be super distracted. But it's whatever.
Yep. Well, I think that wraps it up.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
See you next week.
See ya. Bye.